the filter thing on. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Let me just get started. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Portion Trust. This is my channel over here. So I usually just do my hair. So I am in the middle of doing my mini twist, and I've been coming live almost every night, every other night, while I get my mini twist done, and I have been talking about different topics. So yeah, hopefully I think this will be my last night coming on live, because I'm gonna do some of this on live, and then I'm gonna come finish my video out doing my mini braids. And I say mini twist, mini braids. I'm gonna finish my video out doing my mini braids, and yeah, we'll be done. So I'm gonna talk about the news story that I seen first, and then I'm gonna get my hair done. So while I am doing my hair, if you're just coming in, I'm gonna talk about this news story that I seen on my Google feed. And after I finish talking about the news story, then I'm gonna finish doing my mini braids. While I'm doing my mini braids, I may be quiet for the rest of the live or whatever, but I am gonna talk about this news story that I seen. Like I said, it popped up on my Google feed, and I found it a little interesting. And then I do want to discuss some things after I talk about the news story. All right, so let me put this young man on the camera here. All right. Okay. Santa Rosa County, Florida, a Narver 18-year-old is facing excessive speeding and fleeting charges in Santa Rosa County. Thanks to personal videos. If you're just coming in, thank you for joining the live. Hi, Jordan. How are you? Thank you for being here. If you have not liked the live, please make sure that you like the live. If you're just coming in, I am talking about a news story I seen on my Google feed. And then I'm going to, for the rest of the portion of the lab, I'm going to get my mini braids done. I'm going to do my mini braids. So while I'm doing my mini braids, I might be quiet while I'm doing it. But yeah. So thanks for, okay, let me start over. Santa Rosa County, Florida. Another 18-year-old is facing excessive speeding and fleeting charges in Santa Rosa County, thanks to personal videos of multiple deputy chases that he posted to his TikTok account. According to an arrest record, Derek Walker was booked into jail Sunday on charges of fleeing, eluding enforcement, 2 counts, reckless driving, speeding in the excess of the speed limit by 50 miles per hour. According to an arrest report on February 21st, around 9 p.m. on Caroline Street in Milton, a Santa Rosa County deputy observed a black, I'm going to chop this name up, Kawasaki Ninja motorcycle speed by. The motorcycle had a long action camera pole attached to its rear. The report states the deputy accelerated to 92 miles per hour. How many subscribers do you have? I have, I don't know, over 1,000, 1,300, I believe. Yeah, I have about 1,300 subscribers, and I have came a long way. I'm about to get off topic, but I have came a long way, and I don't know. I am coming up on my 4-year anniversary of doing content on YouTube, and I have so many like mixed feelings about it. Like, on one hand, I'm very, very proud of myself. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys. I'm very, very proud of myself because if you know me, to know me is to know, like, I am a quiet person. I don't really talk to people. I kind of stay to myself. I don't be in other people's business. Like, I'm all about what I got going on, and I'm not the type to be, you know what I'm saying, worried about anybody else. So for me to be doing this for 4 years now, it's like it's just not. It's something, and I will be making my 4 year anniversary video this weekend. So yeah, but anyway, that threw me off topic. Everyone's up. Thank you so much, Jordan and Clark. Thank you for asking that question. That was a really good question. That was a really good question. All right. Let me get back to the story because I have a lot of thoughts about this story. A lot of thoughts. And there is all over the place. Okay, all right. According to a arrest report, okay, right. The report states the deputy accelerated to 92 miles per hour in an attempt to catch up as the motorcyclist sped off northbound on the P Bridge connector. This, despite traveling approximately 57 miles per hour over the posted speed limit, I was unable to reduce my distance between patrol vehicle and the motorcycle, the deputy wrote in the report. I then observed the motorcycle conduct an illegal U-turn at the Hamilton Bridge Road intersection against a red traffic signal. The report states the motorcyclist was able to flee from the deputy by traveling back south on the P Bridge connector. The next day, on February 22nd, investigators noticed a video posted to TikTok that appeared to be the high speed chase, according to the report. I reviewed the video and observed footage consistent with the motorcycle that fled, the, the deputy wrote in a report. The report states investigators were able to identify Walker as the owner of the TikTok account. Registration records then revealed that Walker is the owner of a black 2007 Kawasaki Ninja motorcycle. According to the report, on February 26, deputies executed a search warrant at the Milton home and seized the motorcycle. The report states Walker admitted he was the rider who fled deputies on February 21st. Derek's helmet and other riding gear were the same gear the rider was wearing in the TikTok video that captured this incident. Deputies noted in the report when Derek's motorcycle was seized, the action camera pole was still attached. Another prior video posted to Walker's TikTok account led to an additional fleeing eluding charge, according to the arrest report. The report states deputies were already investigating an incident from February 17th where a motorcyclist sped off from a deputy on highway 90 at over 100 miles per hour, according to the report. Investigators found that on February 18th, Walker posted a video of the chase to his TikTok account. Walker remains in Santa Rosa County Jail on $21,000 bond. All right. So I'm gonna try to get my hair done. Let me see. Honey, everyone said thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. Hug those you love today. As there might not be a tomorrow, you can't buy time or memories in a store. You gotta earn them. Peace to everyone. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You are so right. You are so right. All right. Okay. So my thoughts on this news story and why did it catch my eye? I think it caught my eye because they said the young man was 18. And I have children. I have 5 children. I have a 25, no, sorry, a 26-year-old. I have a 24-year-old. I have a 8-year-old, and I have twins that are 3 years old. So having my older children that are 26 and 24, looking at this young man, he is 18. So he is still very, very young. He is very, very young. Um, when we are young, our minds think in a different way. And my hopes for this young man is that, sorry, I left on. Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. You're totally fine. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's fine. Um, but yeah, he's still very young, and he still has time to turn his life around. I don't know what made him think that this was a good idea. I have some idea what might have um made him do this or whatever, but I do know that he's 18 and he still has time to change his life around. And my hopes is that this is the wake up call that he needs to change his life. Some people can go to jail and come out and do a whole 360. And some people can go to jail and come out and become worse than what they were before they went to jail. So my hopes is that this young man goes to jail and he sees some things and he understands that this is not the lifestyle that he want to live. He understands that they didn't talk about did he cause any car crashes or anything or whatever. So from my knowledge, nobody lost. It's so hard to know what to say on YouTube, but nobody lost their bodies, to say or whatever. I didn't hear they didn't talk about any accidents that he caused or anything like that. So he has a chance to go in and think about what he did, what was wrong, and what could have happened, and he has a chance to turn his life around. Now, what drove him to do this? What drove him to put his life in danger? Social media, TikTok, to be exact. So, this young man, in order, and for me, being on social media for 4 years now, I get this, I understand this. In order to be successful on social media, you have to be able to attract people attention. You have to be able to attract people attention. Um, and he's young. This social media is his generation. This is his generation. So I can understand the thought process of why he might have came up with this idea, like, hey, let me um attach. And then mind you, um whoever his parents is or whatever, or whatever he is into, I'm gonna say he must got some money, because that type of equipment definitely costs some money. Now, I wouldn't put it past, maybe he got somebody to steal it, so maybe somebody stole it. I don't know. But what I do know, that type of equipment and the type of bike he had was, it said 2007, so that's not really a newer model. But anyway, the equipment, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I know that's a lot of money because dealing in social media spaces or whatever, like, yeah, now you could get a GoPro. I think GoPros got especially like stuff for like action type of scenes and stuff like that. So I think a GoPro is pretty affordable, but he had a whole attachment to, I guess, his helmet or whatever, where so he can actually record the high speed chase in action. Okay, so I get the idea that he had. I get it. I get it because that's going to get you a big following. That's going to get you a lot of likes. That's going to get you a lot of traction. People going to be sharing it. You on high speed chases from the police. Everybody hates the police. Like, yeah, you're going to get a lot of attention, a lot of traction. But then that leads me into what is social media really doing to us? Whereas though we coming up with these ideas, and I say we because I'm a part of the social media space now. I'm not about to risk my life and do all this crazy stuff or whatever. And I just had a conversation with my husband recently, and I'm kind of feeling stuck in a way, like, because okay, I've been on social media for a long time, but I'm still not monetized. So I'm feeling kind of stuck. So my husband, like, if you do like pranks and challenges and stuff like that, and my thought to that is that that's just not me. It's just not me. I am 43 years old. Like, and then I see older content creators. I follow a lot of older content creators. I'm on TikTok all the time. So I'm not going to say it's an age thing, but I'm just not that type of person. That's just not in me. So my thing is, if I can't get it being myself, then I don't want it any other way. But I see people that's willing to do anything, willing to do anything. And I'm just not with none of that. But I can understand um the thought process. So that's why I say, what is social media really doing to us? Whereas though we are willing to do whatever it takes for some likes, for some views, for some shares, for some comments, for some uh uh money or whatever, because TikTok got the gifts or whatever and everything, and then YouTube got the super chats, and then people do cash apps, whatever. What are we really willing to do? This young man was willing to lose himself, because I can't say the word I want to really say, but he was willing to lose himself all to upload this content to TikTok. And then I go into my other aspect of this is that hmm, the government, the powers that be, I don't know who, but whoever created this social media stuff, they knew exactly what they was doing. Because it's to the point where as though police just don't have to do any work anymore. They don't have to do any work. Detectives, they don't, investigators, they don't have to do any work. All they got to do is, let's see, Facebook. No, what are the kids? The kids is on TikTok. Oh no, the kids are on Twitch now. Let's go to Twitch. Let's see. Let's go to Kick. Let's, like, that's all they got to do. That's all they got to do. They said that the investigators, the first thing they did, like, how, what, why would they think that? Well, maybe because he had a camera attached to his motorcycle, probably. But I mean, he could have been, I don't know, recording a movie. I don't know. But the first thing they did, well, why was the first thing they did go to TikTok? And sure enough, hey, look who it is. Um, it's kind of dumb to run from the police. It is. It really is. It really is. But it's dumb. It's dumb, and I wouldn't recommend it. But thinking in the minds of a content creator, yeah, it's going to get you a lot of likes. It's going to get you a lot of shares. It's going to get people talking. It's going to get, yeah, it might even go viral because everybody wants to go viral. It might even go viral. So like that's the big thing. But yeah, investigators, police, they don't even have to do any work anymore. Like they used to be out, detectives, they used to be out going to door. I ain't seen a detective in, I don't know, forever. I haven't seen a detective outside or anybody going door to door asking questions in forever. Because all they do now is go straight to social media and scroll and scroll and scroll. And everything they need is right at their fingertips. That whole thing about TikTok, was it like a year ago, 2 years ago? Yeah, they were saying that they wanted to shut TikTok down because the American people the data, that was the big thing, the data. It wasn't about the data. It was about the access that they wanted. It was about the access that they wanted because they're able to just go right into it. It's just it's crazy to me. And then looking at the direction of social media, now the big thing is Kick and Twitch or whatever. Then if 24-hour stream, 24 hours. And I remember what's funny to me is that I remember when I was a kid, or I probably was a teenager, and I remember seeing some type of show or something. It was some type of show or it was like a movie or something. And I don't remember it was a show or a movie, but I just remember the theme and the concept. So the theme was like they had these people in like this glass type of dome type of area or whatever, or like not even a dome, it was like a box and like a cube box or whatever. And they were like the people were living their lives or whatever, but the people on the outside or whatever, they were watching these people live. And that's crazy because that's where we are now. But it's funny because nobody is forcing us to do this. Nobody is forcing us to do it. We're doing it on our own will. 24 hours. 24 hours. You are on a stream. That's just crazy to me. That's absolutely crazy to me. But looking at it in the content creator brain, wow. Wow. I can imagine how much money that they're making ultimately. Um so yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Like I hope that this young man has the time to sit and think like this is not the right thing to do. Now on another aspect of it, um yeah, Hollywood might be very interested in this young man. Hollywood really might be interested in this young man because he's already doing Hollywood stuff on his own. He's doing Hollywood stuff on his own without any directors or any cast, any crew or anything. He's already doing the Hollywood stuff on his own. So Hollywood might be interested in this young man. Um, do I think that he should go into Hollywood? I don't, because I don't think anybody should be in Hollywood. But I'm just saying, if you risking your body, um, being on a high speed chase, then yeah. So somebody is going to see that And yeah, I think it would be a better way to go as opposed to putting your actual life in risk. But then anyway, I'm not even going to go down the rabbit hole with that. But anyway, but my other perspective on this is I wonder if this young man was a black man. I wonder would he got a chance to get away? I wonder. In saying that, I'm in Baltimore and we have a big dirt bike problem. Real big dirt bike problem. A couple young men have actually lost their lives being chased by the police because they're on dirt bikes. Um, and then you got this young man over here that gets away, eludes the police several times, uploads video up to TikTok, able to be at his home and able to get arrested, and he's still alive. So yeah, that's another way to look at it. That's another way to look at it. And then that goes into this story I really wasn't going to talk about. My husband just asked me, was I going to talk about this? And I really wasn't going to talk about it because, first of all, I don't know too much about it. I know of it, but I haven't really sat down and watched videos and watched what was really going on to really talk about it. But since I switched it that way and said, what if this young man was black? Um, yeah, I really think that the stuff that's going on with Carmelo Anthony is really messed up. And I think it's really sad. And I wasn't going to speak on it because seeing what's going on now and being a big conspiracy theorist, I see what is trying to happen here. And I see a race war trying to happen. And I do not think that a race war will help anybody. But me and my husband had a real serious conversation the other day. And I told him they just trying to start a race war. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to start a race war. Because right before that, the verdict with the child man, Mr. Child, and he just walks away after he took away a young man's life or whatever, and he got to walk away. And then right after that, then the thing with Carmelo Anthony, um, and then he gets 35 years. So I see the race war. I see the strings that's being put into people's backs. I see that people are trying to rile certain people up. I see it. I see it. And I also see, especially, especially with this administration that we have right now, I see if things cannot be controlled, I see martial law. And I strongly believe martial law will not be good for any of us. None of us. They put so much in these movies. They put so much in these movies, like predictive programming. And what I see, I see a movie called The Crazies. And if you have not seen that movie, go look it up, go look at it. And what happened was there was a outbreak. It was some it was like a small town or whatever, and a plane crashed or whatever. And on this plane had a virus. And the plane crashed in the middle of their like river, their waters or whatever, where they fish and where their water source comes from or whatever. And basically, everybody got infected with this stuff that was on this plane. So the military came in. First of all, the sheriff was trying to call the people and tell the people what's happening. They ain't come, but they knew about it. They knew about it because they already was investigating their plane crashing. They knew. They knew the plane crashed. But anyway, so in order for them to clean up their mess, the military came in and basically they came in to exterminate everybody that got infected with this crazy virus or whatever. And one of the symptoms of the crazy virus was you have a high fever. And if you had a high fever, then you would be carted off into this section with the other crazy people or whatever. Now, in this movie, there was the sheriff, it was the sheriff and his wife, she was the doctor, the local doctor because it was a small town. And she was pregnant. So while you are pregnant, which I did not know, this was something that I learned in this movie. But while you are pregnant, sometimes you do run a fever. It's not saying there's something wrong with you, but you run a fever. And I'm guessing because you got a baby in you and all the things that's going through you or whatever. So because they tested her, they held the temperature, and it sounds very familiar. I know this sounds very familiar because this is what we just went through in 2020 at the airports, some jobs, hold the little temperature reader up to your head, see if you got a temperature, see if you infected, right? So anyway, she had a temperature because she's pregnant. So they immediately hauled her off to with the crazy people. But she wasn't infected. She wasn't infected. But they hauled her off with the crazy people. And they had all the people in like little cages and stuff and had them in buses and everything. And I say all that to say, like, martial law will bring about what we don't want. Because I see that playing out. We already had our test run on 2020. Now we have a new virus, the cruise ship virus. I don't know what it's called, but the cruise ship virus. And then we got people that's trying to rile people up so we can go out here and create martial law. So that's what I was telling my husband. But my husband, he like, we got boys. We got boys. Both of us, we got boys. All together, we got 6, 7 children all together. All together. From the ages of 26, 24, 18, 17, 13, 8. These are all the boys. These are all the boys. Um, and 3. Those are all the boys. So this is really, really close to us because it could be our children out there. And from what I heard about the story, is that the young man was at a track meet. His friend invited him to a track meet at his school or whatever. He went to the track meet and he got underneath the wrong tent. Now, I'm hearing different versions of this or whatever. So I will have to go back and do my actual research. But one version I heard is that the young man got underneath the tent because it was raining or something, and he was trying to get out of the rain. Then I heard another version of the young man was in the tent trying to steal stuff. So I don't know where I heard that from, but these are the versions that I heard. So then I heard that the young man who lost his body or whatever, um, it was him and his twin brother and a bunch of other young men of this complexion of this gentleman here. Um, and they were kind of like bullying him to get out of the tent. And the young man, Mr. Carmelo, said he wasn't leaving the tent. And then I heard about some rough housing, you know what I'm saying? I guess the young men of this complexion rough house Mr. Carmelo up, and he warned them, you know, to let him go. They didn't let him go, and then he did what he did. So something that I talk to my sons about a lot is understand that a fight could end you up in jail for the rest of your life. These are the conversations I have with my sons. Um, Understand that your association with people can end you up in jail for the rest of your life. I don't think that they should have gave the young man 35 years, but I do believe that he should have got some time. I do believe that he should have got at least 5 to 10 years because he took somebody's life. And while I understand that he was defending himself, and then I heard things about Texas got the stand your ground law and everything, um, we have to be accountable for taking somebody's life. Now, 35 years is a bit much. It's a bit much, especially with the circumstances. Especially with the circumstances. So, somebody, somewhere, that makes all the decisions is not the judges, it's not the president, it's not the mayor, it's not the governor. The people that pull the strings, they decided to do this. They decided to do this. And they sitting back and they watching and they waiting. And this will not be the only verdict that ends up unfairly or the only thing that ends up unfairly. They are purposely making decisions in hopes to rile up the people. So then my husband asked me a question that I could not answer. I could not answer this question. And I still can't answer this question. So what do we do? What do we do? We continue to watch our children and us get treated unfairly. and I didn't have an answer. I had no answer, and I have no answer still. But it is very unfair. It is very much unfair. And my husband says some things like, I don't know. But knowing what I know, like it it's like I don't know. I don't know, but I know it's unfair. I know it's very unfair. And all I can say is that my only answer is that God will take care of all this. At some point, at some time, and I know we've been going through this for centuries. It's been a lot of centuries with this unfair treatment here. A long time. And while things are not as bad as what they were in the 30s and the 40s and the 20s or whatever, um, or the 60s or the 70s or whatever, it's still very unfair. It's still very unfair. So yeah, um, I don't know how me talking about this young man got talking about the Carmelo situation, and I really wasn't going to talk about that, but yeah, that's just. And then the child, man, that's the child, and now the Japanese, the Koreans or Asians or whatever is all in the uproar. Um, and I seen the boycott. I seen the boycott or whatever, and then I seen the Asian lady that came out. No, the guy, the Asian man that came out and said like, you going to protest or boycott, then everything we own is by Asians and stuff and yeah, yeah, that is correct. Um and the main places that I see today that that the boycott is supposed to be affecting is the nail shops and the nail shops and whatever business. Um, yeah. But me, myself, and I, after 2020, a lot of things changed for me. So I have not been to a nail shop. I have not been in a nail shop since. Okay, wait. I did go to the nail shop in 2022. 2022, I got married in 2022, and I wanted to have my nails and my toes done or whatever. So I went in the nail shop in 2022. Um, Chinese food, I don't eat Chinese food. I've been stopped eating Chinese food, like I said. But maybe I didn't say it here, but I'm a part-time conspiracy theorist. So like, yeah, once I seen videos on YouTube and TikTok and everywhere else of cats and dogs and stuff and being cooked up, and then just thinking about living. Yeah, I've been stopped eating Chinese food. I don't eat Chinese food. If I do eat Chinese food, it's like shrimp and stuff like that. Then I heard that they making fake shrimp. Um, yeah, and then I was just talking to my husband. I said we all had cats and dogs at some point, and my husband like, speak for yourself. I never had no cat and dog. Well, if they're cooking up cats and dogs and they feeding it to us or whatever, and they putting it on the grill. Do you think that they have a separate grill for the cats and dogs, or are they cooking them up on the same grill? I'm just saying. So yeah, I've been stopped eating Chinese food. Um. So yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's it. That's it. Let me start doing my hair. I'm supposed to bend it my hair. Let me see. Woo. Oh my goodness, I got a lot. Oh my goodness, I missed all these comments. What is? Let me see. Just like, mm, mm, wow. Okay, sorry I left. It is kind of dumb to run from the police. It is. You would not care about the fact that you would be. You would not care about the fact that you would be in jail. I don't know. I don't know. I just seen this comment, so I don't know. Love that vibe. Thank you. Thank you. I am Mitchell's. I am no Lamar Mitchell's. Thank you so much. um, and if you are risking your life because you're being chased by police, just like that. Okay. He's like, "Okay, what is the movie called again?" It's called The Crazies. It's called The Crazies. Crazies. The Crazies. Yeah, it's a really good movie. Definitely watch it. No, it. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Okay, thank you. It's the rat virus. Yeah, right. The rat, right, exactly, because it's the rat virus, and then the other one in 2020 that was they were saying it was from a bat. Yeah, I think they said it was the bat virus. Yeah. Mhm. Rub it. Sorry, I have to go. Okay. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you for being here. Just like that. Just like that. I'm over it. The racism is crazy in California. It's yeah. I heard it's bad. I heard it's bad out there. But yeah. That's all I can say is that God. The only thing I can hope for is that God is going to take care of all this, and we're gonna be okay because that's all I can say. I don't I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say because it's just getting it's getting worse and worse. Like it's just I don't know. So my hopes here is to get 2 rows done. What time is it? It's 1:28. Mm-mm-mm. But I want my hair done to this morning. I want my hair done this morning because I have been wearing head wraps for the last 2 3 months, I think. So I made the decision probably about a year ago now, to never wear synthetic hair. Oh, excuse me, or wigs again. And I made that decision um, for a couple different reasons. The first one is that I felt like that I was trying to hide my hair. Like I really felt like I was trying to hide my hair. And I started questioning myself at the end of my wig journey, that is. Um, I started questioning myself like, okay, if I like wigs, I like to wear wigs. Why can't I buy a wig that's close to my hair texture? Why am I buying wigs that's totally not my hair texture? Everybody know that's not my hair. And then the wigs that I get, I wasn't even getting like the lace front wigs. Like that's too much. That's too much work for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I see the girlies doing the lace front wigs, and I'd be like, "Wow, sis, you are so talented." Because you gotta, first of all, you gotta get the wig out, then you put it on your head. See, I know everything you gotta do, but it's just too much for me. So then you put the wig on your head and you measure the wig out or whatever, I guess where your hairline is from the wig. Then you take it off. Then you cut around the lace. So you cut around the lace so it'll look real going around your forehead. So then you get the what is it called? The glue, the got to be spray or whatever. And no, you get a wig cap. Get a wig cap. You put that on. I seen people put the whole wig cap on their whole face and then take the scissors and cut their eyes out to, I guess that's to match their hairline to the wig. And then, okay, so then you cut around the lace or whatever. After you put the glue and the got to be spray or whatever on it, and then you put the wig on, and then you pat it to stick it down. Then you take like a headband thing and you put it on there and have it sitting there so it can um be attached or whatever. And when like I I'll be looking at the videos and I'll be like, oh, sis is so talented. But then another thought in my head is like, you going through all this to make it look real when everybody know it's not real. And then I hear people, oh, it's Scout, my Scout. It's nothing but Scout. You Scout here. Like then they got the 360 lace where it go all the way around to your neck or whatever and everything. So it's you doing all this to let me take him off of here because I'm done talking about him now. Um, yeah, let's take him off of there. Where's my? Okay, there we go. There we go. But you doing all this to appear like it's your hair when everybody know it's not your hair. So when my ideas was like, okay, all right, let me get a wig that's closer to my hair texture. Let me get a wig that's closer to my hair texture because everybody know that the wigs that I've been getting. I'm trying to get my part. Hold on. Let me get quiet for a minute. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. No. That's my biggest thing. Trying to get parts. Hold on. I'll be talking in a minute. I feel like that part is not straight. It's not. Yeah, part is serious business. And now I feel like that's too big. Mm, mm-mm. I'm just all the way messing up now. Okay. Hopefully it's that. No, let me see. Let me see if that's gonna work. Okay. All right. I got. That's kind of big, but whatever. I guess that'll work. Then I got this piece of hair right here that's keeping one. You supposed to be back here. I'm sorry. All right. Sometimes I have a conversation with my hair. All right. It's still not. All right. I guess. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Um, rubber band pop. So, so I had a conversation with myself. Like rubber bands keep popping. I had a conversation with myself. Like, okay, I'm going to get a wig that matches my texture. Cause everybody know that's not my hair. I remember one lady asked me one time. She was like, "Oh, your hair looks nice," and I was like, "Yeah, thank you. It's a wig." So this other lady came downstairs. Well, came where I was at, and she was like, "You're not supposed to tell him that." And I'm looking. I'm like, "Why?" Because it is. I mean, like, I'm not about to be walking around here like, "Oh, uh, uh, lace front wear." See, you can see scalp. Like what? Because it's not my hair. Um, but anyway, the last wig I wore, it was an Afro textured hair wig. Like, and I really, really liked that wig. I really did. And I think it was the first wig that I wore like that. No, actually, it was the second wig that I wore like that. The first one was more curlier. This one was very very tightly curled. It was given my natural hair would be 4C, so it was really given 4C hair, and I loved it. I loved it, and that was the last wig I ever wore. That was the last wig I ever wore. I don't know. I don't know. And then I'm older now. I don't have time to be doing all that. I just don't have time for it. So then my thing was synthetic braids. That was a big piece. Yeah. But it's a lot of split. It's split and breaking. So I guess it was anyway. Yeah, then my thing was synthetic braids. Um and I had no issues with my synthetic braids. Now I was losing hair in the front um when I was when I had synthetic braids, but I was using hair due to my own negligence, basically. Um, then a study came out, and they said the braiding hair could be causing women cancer, and I'm like, here we go again. Here we go again. We already got the relaxers. They came out and said that the relaxers is causing women cancer, and my hair is relaxed. I still use relaxers. Yes, I do. Um, so now they saying that the braid hair could cause cancer. So that really didn't. You would think that that would, make me feel away like, oh, no more braiding hair. No, that didn't. Because my theory at the time was like, okay, well, they saying relaxers cause cancer, but here it is. I'm still putting the creamy crack in my hair. Like, so, like, apparently I'm not afraid of of of, of that or whatever, or that didn't scare me. I'm not gonna say I'm not afraid of that, but that didn't scare me away. But what scared me away from, let's see, this right here. So I'm braiding my hair, and this piece of hair right here, if I put this inside of this braid, I can feel it pulling. So I'm not going to put this piece of hair in this braid, but this piece of hair is going to be loosely, just loosely in my hair. Oh my God, but I cannot. I braided that one, it was some hair on this side, just like this, and I could feel it pulling right here, and I have little bumps right here. But I just don't want this to be. This is just going to be a little piece of hair just hanging. So I'm kind of conflicted. Okay. So what I'm going to do, my solution is, and that's why my braids are, I don't braid all the way at the top. I leave some room. So that's what I'm going to try to do with this one. I'm going to try to leave some room. And this is a really big braid, but whatever. But, oh no, I got to cut this. Did I cut this? No, I ain't cut this yet. And I need some grease. But, what scared me away from the braids is my hair was thinning out on the ends like really, really bad, really, really bad. And I still don't know like what is totally the cause of that. Now, part of that could be due to because I have iron deficiency anemia. And one of the symptoms of iron deficiency anemia is having your hair um losing hair, whatever, missing spots in your hair, and thinning hair. Like your hair could be really, really thin, get really, really thinned out or whatever. So that's one of the symptoms. Also, I probably could have been doing some things with my hair that I wasn't supposed to have been doing. So I don't know, but it just feels like to me, ever since I stopped putting synthetic in my hair and started braiding my own hair, my ends are a lot more healthier. Like right here, this is all thick and I can feel it. Like this is all thick. When I was putting the synthetic hair in my hair, like this was thin. It was very, very thin. It was very see-through. Right now, my ends need to be cut. That's why I'm cutting them as I'm braiding my hair. Um, but this is the very end. Like right here, all this is pretty thick. So, but yeah, I suppose they're gonna stop talking, but whatever. I'm just hoping I get all this done tonight because I really miss my hair. And while I don't wear wigs anymore, I still feel like I miss my hair because I wear hair wraps, so my hair is still put away. I still can't see my hair, and I really, really miss it. So I want to get this done this morning because the night is going. It's 1:44. But anyway, I ain't looked at my what's the deal with the background. Okay. Let me go back. Okay. Hair looks healthy. Thank you so much, Kevin. What's the deal with the background? Um, um, you mean the backdrop or the background in general. You mean like all the stuff on my dresser or my sign here? You talking about the sign? I don't know. So I'll just try to explain everything. So the backdrop, I bought it from Amazon. Um, and I really really like backdrops. I really like backdrops since I've been doing YouTube. I've always had a backdrop. I started out with a gray with a gray backdrop. Um, I started out in my basement of my old. Well, actually, I wasn't even in the basement. I was in the bathroom. I started out. I when I was doing my hair, I did it in the bathroom. In the bathroom, I put my phone in the cabinet and I did my hair. But when I would have talking videos or whatever, or I sat down and talk or whatever, I would do it in my basement. In my basement at my the old house that I lived in. Mm, there was some things about that basement I didn't like, but I'll talk about that at another time. Did I cut this? See, I don't even know if I didn't talking to y'all, talking to y'all. This y'all fault because I don't know if I cut this already. But anyway, so I didn't like the basement in my old house, so I was like, okay, I listen to content creators a lot. That's one thing I can say on this journey. Like every time when I am on social media spaces, when I'm on YouTube, TikTok. First of all, let me say YouTube is my entertainment. I love YouTube. I watch YouTube like all the time. I watch YouTube more than I watch TV. I don't watch TV anymore. I don't watch TV. I usually just watch TV for the news, but my entertainment all lies on YouTube. So I am in a lot of different sectors, a lot of different sectors. I could tell you a lot about a lot of different sectors. I have been in the comments in different sectors as well. But every time that I am on YouTube or on social media, period, I am learning. I am learning. Um, yeah, I am learning. So anyway, backdrop. I lose my points a lot. The backdrop. So I remember in somebody live or somebody video them speaking about backdrops and stuff, and if you want to be a content, this was a while ago. Now um some content creators don't even care. Like, but I just find that it just looks more attractive. Like I could just have my wall in the back here and just I don't know, put some plants around. I don't know. But I just find it looks more attractive to with the backdrop. Um and then I like how the backdrop is like it gives like a diamond crusted type of look, and then like up in this area like it looks like it fades away or whatever, and it looks like the camera is like zoomed out, but that's actually how the backdrop looks. That's just how the backdrop looks. So I love the effect of the backdrop. I think it looks really nice. And then my room here, this is my content room. So I've came a long way from when I first started out. I did my hair in my bathroom. We had a one bathroom, 3 bedroom house. This is a one bathroom, 4 bedroom house. So yeah, we have an extra room. So when I first seen this house, that was what I thought immediately. Like I had a lot of thoughts about this house, but that'll be in story times later down the line. But anyway, that was the first thing I thought of when I seen this room. I'm like, it's 4 rooms. Me and my husband has a room. my son has a room, and then the twins have a room, and there's an extra room, and the extra room is going to be my content room. I called the room before, like when we moved into the other house we was living in, and we seen the house. My husband was like, "Yeah, the basement is mine. That basement is mine." And I'm like, "All right, whatever. Have the basement, cause like I don't." But after I started content, I'm like, "Wow, I need somewhere to talk at." Like I want to. I don't like being in my living space, like where my kids. Like I don't really like that. I really don't like that because I feel like I'm like invading their privacy, sort of, kind of, whatever, and I don't really like that. So I'm like, I need somewhere to talk at. So then I was like, I started being in the basement. And my husband was like, "What are you doing? This is my basement." And I'm like, I just need this side of the wall. Like, I don't, you hear the rest of the basement. I just need this side of the wall. So automatically, when I seen this room, I was like, oh, this is my content room. This is going to be my content room. So on this side of the wall, which I can't show my whole content room because it's a mess. It's a mess. But anyway, I just have a lot of things. I have a lot of things. And I need to get like storage space for the things. But anyway, on this side of the wall is this backdrop. On the opposite side, you guys can see it. On the other side is my other backdrop. So when I want to switch it up sometimes, I just turn my camera around and I be on the other backdrop. So I really think backdrops just it gives like a vibe. It gives like I don't know. And I like lights. So the light, because I'm going to explain the whole background because I don't know. Yeah. Um, the light. So that's my name. It's backwards on the camera, but that's my name. Flourishing Trusses. That's my name. I eventually I will get a light, customized light with my name on it, but they are over $100. Um, and I just don't have it right now. I really don't, especially being though I'm not gonna say it again, I'm not monetized yet. But anyway. So yeah, that's my light. And the dresser, this is my dresser. And the reason why I have all this stuff back here is because I just did a video. I'm actually posting the videos now. I think I posted my third part today. I'll post my fourth and final part. So I did a whole series on hair products you need to start a hair journey. So that's what all these products is right here. If you were referring to the background or whatever, and I just haven't cleaned the products up yet. So yeah, that's the whole explanation of the background. I don't know which part of the background you was talking about, but yeah. I go trying to part again. And I don't know why I can't. Probably the light. Okay, that one was a little bit better, but that's a little thin. Oh my goodness. Here it is. I know I've been on live over an hour. I get second that. That's better, I guess. Mm, mm-mm. Okay. All right. Okay. Some of it didn't do too bad. All right. And then I'll finish this. And then I'll be getting off of here so I can finish my video out. Mm, I don't like that. Mm, okay. Mm, mm, yeah, I don't like that, but yeah, that's gonna get on my nerves. Mm, yeah, that's about to happen. I don't think I ever been on live this long. Mm-mm. All right, that's my last breed. And I'm gonna finish my video out. And then I'm not gonna go to sleep. Hopefully I can go to sleep for like an hour. One thing I can say, I am putting the videos out there. I most definitely is. All right. All right, all right, all right. I'm done. I'm done. All right. Um, thank you guys for being in my live. Thank you for listening to my rants. Thank you for bearing with me through my quiet moments. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you for being here. Um, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have not liked the live yet, please make sure you like the live on your way out. And the next time I'll be live. So being though I got my hair done now, I probably won't be live for a week. What's today? Today is Wednesday now. So probably next week, Thursday. I want to say Thursday. Um, and I'll have something to talk about. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about, but I'll have something to talk about. And yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll see you guys most likely Thursday. Thank you for being here.